Hello. We are just leaving our house in Hinckley in our Tesla Model S. We are going to Bordeaux via Geneva. We thought for our first road trip in our Tesla we'd have a good one. The car so far has done 187 miles, most of which was done yesterday when we picked it up, and we love it. We couldn't be happier. It's absolutely amazing. It's in white. We'll put some specs on and things so you can see it and see what you think. Excuse me, but you're happy with it, aren't you?
I am happy with it.
So we're going to Bordeaux.
And I'm driving.
Yes, she is. So
the first bit.
You'll see lots of the car on the way there and back. So let's go.
We've just got to our first charging stop at Northampton, so we're just going to top it up now to full. We charged here last night actually, and it was so quick.
It was.
Wasn't it? It was really quick. So we're going to go and grab a coffee and let it charge, and then we're on our way down to Folkestone.
We are. We've just arrived at the Supercharger in Calais, which is at the Inter Hotel. We got here with 13%. We've just plugged it in, and you can see the speed that it's up to already. It's a good 90 kilowatts there. It's telling us that we've got an hour to charge, and that'll be to 100%.
Just charged to 100% at Calais, the Superchargers, and we've just looked up our route, and we're going to stop next at a place called REIMS, which is about, how many miles is it?
Absolutely no idea.
It is.
It's not far.
211 miles to REIMS, sorry, but we're actually going to have to stop for 20 minutes at LILLE, which is, it's not that far away to be honest. But just to do a quick top up, which will then get us to the next stop, and then we're hoping there we might just get an hour or so sleep, and then we're on to the next place, which we don't know where it is yet, do we, if we're honest?
No, we didn't really plan it actually. We've just been looking on our phones at where we could go, and we almost went to Belgium, didn't we? And then we thought we might go to Germany, and we're just making it up as we go along. But ultimately, we're going to end up in Bordeaux, aren't we?
We are, so. And it will be via the Geneva area, which is somewhere I want to go to. So that's it. See you at the next place.
In 130 yards, turn left, then you will reach your destination.
We are now at the Supercharger in Lille. Just turn that down. We stopped here because it told us to. So, and apparently we've got to wait here for 30 minutes. So we'll see you at the next charger, which will be Champagne.
REIMS,
Champagne place. So yeah, I don't think we're going to get there though. I think we're going to sleep. Anyway, we'll see you there.
We've just arrived at the Supercharger at a place called REIMS, Champagne Sud. South.
Something like that.
I don't know how it's pronounced, but you get the gist. So we've just got there. It's 6:46 a.m. and we had, what did we have left on the battery? Not a lot, about 20%, maybe a bit below.
I think, no, a little bit more than that.
A little bit more.
I think, yeah.
Okay, but it was quite a long way. It was a good stint. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're going to sleep and we will see you possibly at Annecy, possibly somewhere else, but
In the daylight.
in the daylight, yes. Au revoir. A bientôt, à plus tard. Good morning. We've just had a bit of a sleep at REIMS. I have to say the sleep was pretty hard-on. Because we didn't blow up the mattress, we just decided to sleep in the front seat. So we just needed a few hours and then we've just left and we're now heading towards...
In half a mile, keep to the right onto the A26 towards.
We're now heading towards our end destination for tonight. But the next stop is 106 miles away, which is going to take us about 2 hours and 29 minutes.
God knows why.
No, who knows why. We've got 93% on the battery. And when we get there, it's saying we'll have 37% left, and we'll only need a 15-minute charge at the next station. So that's where we're heading, and we will see you there.
We are at a Supercharger in, where are we?
The Mercure Hotel in, to tell you, AUXERRE?
AUXERRE or somewhere like that. And anyway, the Tesla just brought us here. that last leg took us 2 hours. It wasn't amazing. The next leg is 231 kilometers. So what's that? 130 miles, something like that. 140 miles. So that's going to take 2 hours.
So yeah, right. We will see you at Macon
Now turn right.
in about 2 hours.
97 miles away from Macon, the supercharger that we're heading to. We have got the cruise and the autopilot on. We set it to 75 miles an hour. What we found is at about 75 it draws about 350 watt-hours a mile, so almost just a little bit over, a little bit under 3 miles per kilowatt hour, so easily enough for us to get where we're going, and it also charges very quickly, so it works for us. What I wanted to talk to you about was just the specs that we got on the car, because we think this model is probably going to be the one that most people buy, because it's the most affordable. It's the cheapest one they do. It's got the smallest battery on it, although it is a 75. We've got it spec'd down to a 60, just for the money, really. I mean, we don't live in a barn conversion, and we haven't won the lottery. We're just normal working people, so we had to look at the costs involved and what we could afford and whether we needed it. So what did we get? We got, initially when we spec'd it with 21-inch black turbine alloys. We spec'd it with a panoramic roof, the leather interior, sub-zero, stereo, and I think that was it. And we made a few alterations to it. So what we ended up doing was getting rid of the panoramic roof because, one, the expense, and two, when we thought about how often we used the on the steering wheel, bear with me. When we thought about how often we used the sunroof, it was something that I never really used. If I used it, it was more of a gimmick to hang out of it as a lad. And the other thing I found was in the P85 that we used in an earlier video, that it got hot very quickly, and I felt like the shading wasn't quite enough on it. So in the end, we took it off and went for a solid roof. Although I think it looks very nice to have the sunroof or the all glass roof. We've gone for the solid roof. So okay, Sub-Zero, got rid of that. This comes with heated front seats. They're amazing. It doesn't come with a heated front steering wheel, which is something we did use a lot on our Leaf, and it doesn't come with the heated rear seats, something that we probably used twice in the Leaf when we had it, and that was to just show people there was heated seats in the back. They were never actually really needed, so we looked at that and thought, do we need it? Excuse me. So we got rid of that as well. The stereo. So after driving a car with the normal stereo in and the upgraded stereo, you can tell a difference because the upgraded stereo has got a very good bass system in it, but the normal stereo has got a very good sound system in it. It's no good me playing the music through this because it doesn't come through very well. It sort of just fuzzes out, but I can tell you that from my perspective it sounds very, very good, and I do like my music. The 21-inch turbine alloys, well, the price was the main factor. They're very expensive, however they do look amazing, but there was another factor as well, and that was that I drove a car with the 21-inch alloys on it, and it was a very hard drive. That was on a car with air. This is on springs, because we didn't go for the air suspension. Didn't feel like we needed it. Excuse me.
It was all just extra expense for things we probably never used, wasn't it?
It was. What we went for in the end was what we really thought we wanted, and the one thing we needed was decent seats, because the seats, if you don't get the upgraded seats, you do feel a little bit like you sat in a base model Ford Focus, and I've probably said that before. Oh, steering wheel.
We've been sat in this car now for near on 18 hours, maybe 19 hours, and I have to say my bum is numb. It is, but I think I found that with the P85D that we hired earlier in the year. But yeah, I think it's taken a long time for my bum to go numb. So they are good seats. And you can adjust them completely to what you want.
Yeah, it's got adjustable lumbar, and you can move the lumbar up and down as well. So if you've ever sat on their massaging chairs at the services that roll up and down your back, it's a bit like that. What was the other thing? There was something else.
What, that we didn't get?
So we didn't get the air, we didn't get the stereo, we got the seats. We wanted the power tailgate.
There was an upgraded package package thing, wasn't there, where you got the ambient lighting underneath the doors, and
yeah.
the tailgate, and a couple of other things.
You got the Alcantara on the dash. So yeah, we got that. That was it comes with the power gate. It comes with some nice swanky little lights in the door cards. They look nice at night. Can't see them in the day, but I don't even know if they're on. I think they come on with the side lights. But
the other thing we didn't get in the end was the carbon fibre. We talked to the dash. That we were going to get that because it looked really nice.
Yeah.
But actually, it was £1,000 or something, wasn't it?
What I'll do is I'll do a quick sweep through the cockpit and show you what it looks like inside, because actually the wood finish, the standard wood finish that the car comes with, it looks really good. It's quite dark. It's darker than what I thought it was, and it sort of goes with the car. We've got everything's black in here. The roof lining's black. The seats are black. The door cards are black. I toyed with the idea of a different coloured seat, but I thought it'd just get dirty, so we went for this. That upgrade package also comes with the quick phone dock, so you can just drop your iPhone, or it's got a Samsung kit that came with it, so if you've got a Samsung, or the mini USB. The autopilot, that was the other thing we did get, because that's an upgrade as well, isn't it? Yeah, I forgot about that.
Amazing.
The autopilot is fantastic if you use it correctly. If you use it for what it's meant for, it's brilliant. And that's about it. So I'll do that sweep across the dash, and we'll stick that in the video, and we'll see you in Macon. So see you soon. We're just about to leave Macon, where we've charged to about 88%. It's told us we've got enough now to just continue our journey just into Switzerland. What we've worked out is all the money we saved on fuel, we spent on tea and coffee. No, not quite. But we have spent a good, probably 25 quid on tea and coffee, but it beats sitting in the car while it's charging. However, this charge was about 25 minutes, so pretty quick. A couple of figures on that last journey. It was 146.2 miles, and we averaged 326 watt hours per mile. If I just, can I just have your calculator a second? So 60,000 watts divided by 326 equals, that's 184 miles at 75 miles an hour, and at one point we had it round to 85 miles an hour just when we're getting near the end, just to get it done. So realistically, in a 60 you can get that sort of range, I think. So yeah, well done Tesla. Excellent. Right, we will see you in Switzerland. We're in Switzerland. No, we're not. We're back in France, actually. The hotel, we had to drive through Switzerland and then back into France. We've made use of one of the destination charges, which is free for the duration of your stay. And the hotel is called?
Domaine de Devon.
Domaine de Devon. So, yeah, we've managed to do about 950 miles. So, 2-day old Tesla, 1,000 miles on it. So, it's done a great job. And that's it. Now we're going to go and enjoy ourselves. So, we'll see you tomorrow.
Should we just look for a second?
Good morning. We are lazy because we didn't get out of bed for breakfast, which we paid for.
But we were tired.
So we're just leaving the hotel, which I've got to say would have been amazing in the 60s. Was a little bit outdated. Anyway, we used the charger. Had a little play with the summon as well, which was nice. Parked it and moved it around the car park a little bit. Now we're off to. We're not going far actually. I think we're just going to drive up to another hotel, but we're going to.
It's a place called ANNECY.
ANNECY, yeah, ANNECY. So it's probably about 70 miles, something like that, I think. So we're going
About an hour.
Yeah, about an hour. So we're going to drive up there, and that's it. So see you soon. We thought we'd try out these electric bikes. And the Mega, got a little control panel there. €7 for half a day per bike. And we're going to do a 42-kilometre route round Lake Annecy, which is a recommended route by the hotel. So you get a bit of a workout, nothing major, but all good fun. So we've done 17 miles so far, and the battery is still fully charged. So that's quite impressive.
left Annecy. We're heading now to Bordeaux, which is about 430 miles. Pretty much all the way is motorways, isn't it? I think.
Yeah,
Motorways.
yeah, it is, yeah.
So
Péage.
So we're heading that way now. We've got about 3 stops, I think, or 4 stops at Superchargers to get us there. The first one is a place called Vienne, and then in brackets says Chasseurs Road, which is about 80 miles. I think we had to do.
No, it wasn't.
No?
It was 100.
Oh, 100. Sorry,
Yeah.
100 miles. We're about 60 miles away from there now. And so yes, that's where we're heading.
If you're going to get one of these, it doesn't work very well in the Tesla. We have to unclip it and wave it outside. We've had a few instances where we thought we were stuck. We've had to reverse out of the toll booth, if you like.
It works okay when you stick it out the window.
Yeah, it works okay when you stick it out the window. So,
Yeah, top tip.
top tip.
Okay, we will see you at the next Supercharger, where we'll hopefully get breakfast.
Hi, we are now at an Abyss Hotel in Vienne, in Lyon, somewhere like that. We got here with about 100 miles left on the range. We used 30, we would have used 30 kilowatt hours, but we used 33 because we made a slight mistake. Had to make about a 10 mile detour because we missed a junction twice, but we're here now. There's a Tesla taxi parked next door to us, which I think is an amazing idea. Really fantastic idea.
He's having a little sleep.
Is he in there?
Yeah.
Oh, he is in there. Yeah, he's got a seatbelt. Yeah. So we're currently charging at. We're going to wait here for about 25 minutes to so we can continue our journey. We're charging at 297 miles an hour. It's put 22 miles on already, and it's at 98 kilowatts. So that's a lot. So Kate's going to drive from now to Bordeaux, which is about 300 miles, I think, something like that. We've been using the autopilot a lot. It's fantastic. Part of the reason why we made the mistake and missed a junction.
Yeah.
We may not have been concentrating as much as we should have been.
I'd say it's definitely worth the money having autopilot,
Yeah.
because coming over here we've used it a lot, like a lot.
We're going to go and get something to eat.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And we'll see you on the way to Bordeaux.
We've just pulled into the Novotel at Clermont-Ferrand, which is really nice. It's kind of tucked away around the back of the hotel. We've managed to get some dinner, haven't we, now, so we're not quite so starving.
McDonald's?
We've been to McDonald's. And yeah, we're just charging, and we are charging, it says for 30 minutes to be able to continue our trip. It's charging at 278 miles an hour. And we've only been plugged in a couple of minutes. We've already got 14 miles added to the battery, so that's really good. 94 kilowatts. What's that even mean?
94,000 watts.
There we go.
Quite a lot.
A lot of watts. And so the next stop is a place called Brive-la-Gaillarde, which is the last stop before we then get to Bordeaux. Total trip time now, we've got another 235 miles to go, which is actually telling us is going to take 5 hours and 18 minutes. So our arrival time in Bordeaux is going to be more like 8 o'clock.
That's with an hour's charging.
With an hour's charging, yeah. So long old day. So yeah, anything you want to say?
A little bit. Just some of the trip information. Last journey was 124.8 miles, used 40 kilowatts exactly. Average 410 watt hours per mile. It was like this, up and down, up and down, up and down. What we have noticed is the car tells you, it will say you're going to get to this destination with, for example, it says Bordeaux there, 12%. And that's been really accurate. It said we were going to get here with 22%. We did, then we went off and got a McDonald's and came back, so we were down to a little bit less, down to 19. But it's really accurate, and we have driven it at 75 miles an hour. So we haven't been doing any of this 50 mile an hour business. It's 75 all the way, autopilot on and the cruise on. So yeah, it certainly does what it claims it can do. So yeah, happy with it so far. I don't think there's any problems.
No.
Got any problems with it yet? We've done 1,373 miles since we picked it up on Thursday last week. Was it Thursday?
Thursday night.
Yeah, 24th.
We've not even had it a week yet.
Yeah, we picked it up on the 24th, so it's having a bit of a run.
We've just left the supercharger at the Novotel at Clermont-Ferrand, and we're now heading towards Brive-la-Gaillarde. I don't know if my pronunciation is anything like what it's supposed to be like, but that's what it says. And that is 127 miles away, approximately 1 hour and 57 minutes. So we'll be getting there about half past 5, and we'll get there with about 23% left on the battery. So it's telling us we'll then need to charge for a further 30 minutes before we can continue, which will enable us then to get to Bordeaux, which is where we're ending up tonight. So that is the plan. In a minute we're going to pull over and I'm going to take over with some driving. So James can have a bit of a break. And that's it. So we will see you at Brive-la-Gaillarde.
Let's see how you pronounce it.
Just arrived at the supercharger at the Mercure Hotel in a place that I mentioned before, which is called Brive-la-Gaillarde. And we have arrived with 48 miles left. Right, we're going to go get a drink, so we will see you in a bit.
we have just had a really good night's sleep in the back of the car. I say that loosely because it wasn't amazing. I used a trick that we learnt watching Bjorn when he used to sleep in the back of his Model S to get the car into camper mode, and that seemed to work okay and kept it ventilated. But blow up mattress, it just wasn't great. And to be honest, we were a little bit disorganised. The plan was we were going to stay in the hotel, but the hotel made a bit of a mishap with our reservation. Apparently it's from tonight for the next 3 days, not from last night. For 3 days, yeah. So yeah, that didn't work out too well. However, we did get some sleep, and now we're off to McDonald's to get a coffee and waste a bit of time. So far we've done 1,678 miles, all courtesy of Tesla, I will add. We haven't charged this anywhere apart from on Tesla chargers. We haven't even charged it at home.
It's true.
Because we haven't got the plug sorted out yet. We've got to get a Type 2 Medicare wired on. We've still got the J1772 for our Leaf, but we have still got our Leaf. So, but we're getting that sorted. So we've just paid a quick visit to Tesla in Bordeaux to have something adjusted very, very small. It was a wiper arm. We were in and out in 15 minutes, checked all the tyre pressures, torqued the wheels up, and a free cup of coffee. That's service. Good morning. Sadly, we are leaving to go home now. The journey is from Bordeaux to Calais, a distance of 553 miles. It's telling us it's going to take 10 hours and 44 minutes, which I'm really looking forward to. Are you?
Can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
And that's just to get to Calais, then we've still got to get to Hinkley.
Yeah. Personally, I don't think it'll take that long. The sat nav, I think, factors in quite a lot of redundancy and a little bit of time, but we drive at 75, so it's a long way though. It is a long way, so, but we'll see. Anyway,
Get started. Where's our first stop? Le Mans.
Saints or Saints, I don't know whether they say it. We're going to get there with 48%. So we'll be there by 11:35. Time now is 10:15, but we've got to check out from the hotel first as well. So we'll see you in Saints or Saint
In an hour and a half.
Yeah, see you soon.
Hello. We've just stopped and charged at the Supercharger in Saints. It's at a hotel called Le Relais de Bois, St George, I think. But it's really lovely. We just had a really nice coffee in there. The next one, we're heading now to Tours, which is well, it's saying we're not going to get there till 2:26, and it's currently 12 o'clock. So a good 2.5 hour drive, and we're only going to get there with 6% at the moment, but we're on 93, so.
Hello. We have swapped drivers and we are currently near Poitiers. We've got about 90 miles to go to get to Tours. And it's telling us when we get there we're going to have 7%, 6%. So yeah, all good.
We're just leaving the Supercharger at Tours. It's at a hotel called the Art Hotel, which is a bit funky. But, we had a nice coffee there and charged up to 83%, which is a bit more than we needed, but it just means we can go a bit faster.
And it finished charging for our next destination after about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And we'd literally just sat down to have a coffee. So we just left it charging while we drank our coffee. We're only there about 20 minutes.
Tops.
Yeah.
So next stop is Le Mans, which it's only Le Mans, which is only an hour and 14 minutes away, and it's about 67 miles. So, but we think we will probably have to stop there because the one after that is Rouen, which is quite a distance, isn't it?
Quite far, yeah.
Of course. So yeah, so that's where we're heading, and we will see you there in about an hour and 10 minutes. We've just left the Le Mans Supercharger. It's near an Auchan. This one was, so in a big shopping centre type place. So we've charged up probably again more than we needed to, or recommended for the trip, for the next part of the journey. We charged to about 91%, and we are now heading to Rouen, which is 122 miles, and it's going to take us about an hour and 50 minutes. So by the time we get there, we'll have 21% left on the battery. We'll see you in about 2 hours at Rouen, hopefully. See you soon.
Good evening. We are at the Novotel in Rouen. We got here with 13% left. We're squeezed for time. We need to be at the train in Calais in about 2 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes. We've got another 15 minutes to wait here and about 140 miles to drive. So we're hoping that the Tesla can take the charge very quickly. I don't know if you can hear the fans are going. It's still taking 65 kilowatts at 80% almost, so it's doing quite well.
How many miles have we got to go?
134.
It's currently saying 2 hours and 28 minutes for us to get there, and if that is the case, we will then have missed the train. So, but hopefully traffic may change as we drive, and fingers crossed we will get there.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
We will see. So
we'll see you. Up to you.
Hopefully we'll see you at Calais on the train in 2 hours.
Possibly at Calais, not on the train.
Predict.
We'll see. Okay. We are on the train. We made it just in time. We even got a little bit of time to charge. So, because we needed it, we plugged in for about 2 minutes. Kate ran off and got a couple of cups of tea. We've now got 46 miles. So when we get off the other side, I think we'll be going to the Maidstone.
Folkestone is only going to France.
Ah, yeah, Maidstone Supercharger, which apparently is 35 miles. We've got 46, so hopefully we should be okay.
We're now at the Maidstone Supercharger, which is near a Hilton hotel. Can't actually see the Hilton, I have to say. Our next stop is going to be Northampton, which is not far from our house really. It's going to take us 2 hours and 14 minutes, and it's going to be about 102 miles. We've got 139 miles now on the Tesla. So that's the plan. So we will see you at Northampton.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next
Bedtime.
time.